Like Fred Reichert, we're dealing.
Yeah.
How you doing, Kirby?
Doing good, feeling good. I love being back in Chicago. I don't know what kind of omen this is, but when I got to the airport yesterday and went out into the baggage claim area, the first person I saw was a Chinese guy with a flight case and a Chapman stick.
What's up, bro?
The last time I was at O'Hare, I saw Project Pat.
Nice.
You were telling me about the Hollywood East in Wilmington, North Carolina, and how you want to revisit Empire Records.
Blue Valentine or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles was Wilmington?
Yeah, 1 and 2. I just think about it and I'm like, Vanilla Ice was in Wilmington. Or with Empire Records, I'm like, Liv Tyler was in Wilmington.
Vanilla Ice was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
The second one, Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go.
Did he study under Splinter?
In the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe, Splinter was 30 years old.
That said, me and Black Dave have been talking about how people in the past just looked older for their age.
Mm-hmm.
On Good Times, John Amos, James, the father, was only 8 years older than JJ in real life. Isn't that crazy?
So he was only 5 years older than Splinter.
Recalculating.
So, you know, this is a Chicago-based podcast, John.
I would say Chicago is really in the driver's seat for this podcast.
Yes. No one's asked us to do this. There's been some whispers, but probably the most progressive modern music coming out of the city of Chicago is what is called Footwork. And Footwork is music that came out of the house, juke, ghetto house tradition, but has become its own thing. And it is made almost exclusively to accompany dance invented in the city called Juke or Footwork, which is its own thing. It has a little bit of brethren in Detroit with jit dancing, which is a little older, which was invented in the 70s. But Footwork here is a very real tradition, a true folkways. They don't really do it anywhere else. The gospel of Footwork has been spread to other places, including Europe and other parts of the United States, but it is a tried and true Chicago tradition.
For a couple of years there, the Pitchfork Festival would have footwork artists. And it really felt like an experiential, live, almost like revival type thing, but also very joyous.
One thing about Footwork to me, and I'm speaking from very small experiences of seeing it live or being in the real situations, but an enclosed space seems to be kind of like imperative to making it really jump off. Like thinking about something like Footwork happening at the Pitchfork Music Festival in some giant field is just like not happening. It for starters is not nearly as hot as it should be, and that you got to be kind of in close quarters.
Yeah.
In these dance circles at these Footwork events, like 40% of the time they're just telling people to move back.
It seems like it.
Create a little space
Yeah.
here, people. Like, because if you haven't seen Footwork or what it looks like, just Google it. And one of the best places to go is a CAN TV, Chicago's public access outlet. There was a show called Walacam, and Walacam would basically just set up a camera at these parties, whether it be in a basement or a barber shop or wherever this stuff was going down, and just film it, not edit it, just run the whole 4-hour party on CAN TV.
Big shout out to CAN TV, the official, unofficial Dogpatch sponsor. If you want to see CCTV of like a strip club or like a black soap opera shot with an iPhone with the smoke detector beeping in the background, go right to CAN TV.
I have seen full frontal nudity.
Nothing would shock me. Nothing would shock me on CAN TV.
I've said this before in the show and regarding like ethnography. It's like with the ease of recording, all true folk traditions at this point are recorded by the people themselves. It doesn't take some third party Alan Lomax type to come and do it. It's just happening. And because it's happening like that, often it could vanish without anybody recognizing its value.
Well, and there's no way CAN TV is archived. You would really have to get like a Tetra drive or something and hook it up to just record CAN TV around the clock.
I considered that.
Yeah.
Because some of the shit that both you and I have seen together and individually on there is like, what in the fuck are we even looking at? Unbalanced load, perfect example.
Truly burnt. Truly burnt.
Last time I was here, you and I just sort of got the urge to go poke around at Gramaphone Records and see sort of what kind of footwork titles we might be able to pick up. Big shout out to Michael Serafini at Gramaphone Records. I've been dealing with that guy for like 15 years at this point, and I now know him to be like a really well-regarded DJ, part of some really important parties, well-regarded.
Great record store employee.
That's the thing, is like he wouldn't have to be as great of a record store employee as he is, but every time I've been in there, kind of hat in hand, looking for something I know very little about, he has been so kind, so patient.
Do you remember what he said to me when I asked him about the Footwork last year? He was like, that's old.
That was what blew my mind.
He's like, that's old music. It'd be like if I went in there, I was like, where's your ragtime section? I was like, where's the footwork section? He's like, there's not much in there. That shit is kind of old. I was like, okay, where's your post-footwork section?
I did that thing where you go do like a 10-year bid and you come out and you think everybody's still drinking Sparks and listening to Lil Flip.
Let's just specify a little something here. In the footwork realm, I'm very particular about what I want. It can't be too jukey. It can't be too ghetto tech or ghetto housey. It has to have just the right amount of kind of trap elements, hip hop elements, certainly rooted in a Chicago dance music tradition, but just that next phase where all of these new movements in modern black music are incorporated and it becomes its own thing. So even in 2025 now, this microgenre has been established for 15 years or so.
Certainly.
The Bangs and Works compilations that Planet Mu put out. What year was that, John?
2010 and 2011.
So that was kind of the world's introduction to this music. And then since then, obviously, it's very progressive. So things have changed. Some things have stayed the same. And the guiding light and the person that kind of introduced the world to this was a man named DJ Rashad. Rashad Harden, rest in peace. He died, unfortunately, very young, 10 years ago or so.
April 26, 2014.
And we'll be listening to some Rashad today, but we're going to start the whole show off just kind of like set the control with who I think is kind of the best producer in the world of footwork, and it's a guy named DJ Manny, who's from Harvey. He's still out there killing it. Every time he puts something new on his Bandcamp or some digital platform, it's always good. It's always the next. He doesn't stay in one place. So this first track is called You and Me by DJ Manny. It came out about 4 or 5 years ago. And anybody that doesn't know about this music, this is usually what I play for them. Be like, this is what's happening in Chicago right now.
Mm-hmm.
Love's gonna get you killed, but pride's gonna be the death of you.
So that's some shit, right?
How good would that sound at the United Center with just the jerseys?
They don't make a sound system big enough to give that everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up, that would take like every single Jamaican sound system stacked up on top of every single Miami sound system. That's the only way that could floss. The other thing that is super important and I think distinguishes Footwork from a lot of the kind of smaller genres in which it came out of, like Juke and Ghetto House, is that it quads. That's the most necessary element, is that, yeah, we're going to subdivide, multiply, halftime all of these rhythms, but it's just going to be basing like crazy the whole time.
It's really progressive too. Like, as opposed to like trad trap, it's really kind of prog trap.
I've said this, as we've told our listeners before, neither you or I kind of have this techno or dance music gene. Like, there are definitely elements of that we like and we will listen to some of it, but we're not 24/7 just going. And I think the thing about Footwork that attracts me the most is that it's unpredictable. And the former traditions are, you know, house and stuff are predictable. It's 4 on the floor and it's not going to change. With this Footwork stuff, it might start 4 on the floor and then it's going to get multiplied by 4 and then it's going to get divided by 6 and the beats will just keep going all over the place. Your head is still nodding and your body is still moving, but there's this unpredictability about it that's just utterly fascinating and keeps your attention.
And even within one bar or one phrase, you might subconsciously be like, where's the one? But then be also like, which one?
The kind of abstraction of the percussion often, it more closely resembles like a folkways or a core African record than most things. Like, you hear all these, you know, kind of boilerplate explanations about how all black music is tied back to Africa, but this is like direct. You're like, listen to all these polyrhythms going on here, yet you're still kind of moving to the same essential rhythm.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to rationalize it in my head. And I was like, you know, what kind of quantized unquantization does it require to make something so consistently loose in the same disorganized fashion?
Yeah.
Like, it's not chaos, it's controlled, but just in terms that you nor I really understand.
All of this music is conducted under its own set of rules, which is really cool. And that can't really be said for a lot of the other dance music, that, you know, if it's techno or acid or house or deep house or rape gaze or witch house or whatever this other shit is, it has to be that thing. Whereas Footwork, particularly in its like 10 to 15 years of evolution, we'll be listening to some things today that you're like, wait, how is this Footwork? It doesn't really sound like the other things, but at the same time, you're like, yeah, this is Footwork.
Yeah. I'll say this, having spent the summer in Toronto now, and, you know, Canada loves their street festivals. Chicago's no stranger to getting fest fucked either. But every time I walk by a festival, the same song is playing.
No, I'm not.
Now, I'm not going to just reduce it to this, but they're like, we need 8 hours of music for people to drink and do drugs to.
There's nothing wrong.
With Footwork, there's an objective. Like, it was made with this dance in mind, with people being able to floss these really
cardio-based dance.
That's the crazy thing. It sounds like drugs, but it also sounds aerobic.
A couple months ago, there was a Tech Life event. Tech Life is the crew that DJ Rashaf founded, kind of the Zulu nation of the Footwork world, if you will. I got my geezer ass out and went to this. Myself and 2 other geezer friends. We lasted till about 1 a.m. We heard some great music. We heard some really shitty music too, I'll admit that. When it was good, it was as good as it got. But the amount of pulverizing bass that occurred that night, about every 30 or 40 minutes, we'd have to dip outside. I mean, we'd probably be dipping outside to get high or whatever anyway, but we kind of needed to. The physical fatigue from relentless quad, while it sounds romantic to my brain, like, yes, I would like serious ass bass for extended periods of time. At 50 years old, it's a lot to deal with. So this is certainly a young man's game, both musically and dancing, if you can withstand this stuff. And I can't see anybody really being able to get like thrown at the bar and then go dance to this shit.
That's true.
It takes precision and stamina.
It's sharp.
Yeah, you got to be on your shit. It's like figure skating or something. You can't just like take a 40 to the head and then go do this shit. That said, without further ado, let's put a little Rashad on the plate here, just since he is the kind of like progenitor of this whole thing. This is past that from a Tech Life kind of comp LP that came out 10 years ago or something. But this is leaning a little bit more towards the hip hop end of things, but it's so funky and the vocal chops are just incredible.
Ugh, Rashad.
We should have probably said this at the intro to the show, but this is a Footwork show for A, people not from Chicago, and B, old people. Because I'm sure that there's some, like, if you got some real deal dancers and the people involved in the scene, like the Era and all these crews around here, they'd probably be like, what are these fucking old white motherfuckers even talking about?
Yeah, their podcast would be an entirely different podcast.
Yeah, I don't think it would have anything to do with this.
I don't have much perspective on this, but I remember the passing of DJ Rashad. I remember the first thing that dropped by DJ Rashad after he passed, I like reserved a copy at Gramaphone because at the time, and sometimes you get this way when you just have your blinders on for something, I was like, oh, this is going to evaporate. He just died. This EP's coming out.
Was that a guilt purchase? Like I should have been knowing about this shit?
No, because I already had Double Cup. I already loved Double
okay.
Cup. I'd already listened to Double Cup at Dave Tompkins' apartment in Red Hook in that bass chair liner.
Yes.
That he got gifted where you feel the whole entire song with your body.
The diuretic chair. Either you'll be like, wow, this feels really good, or you just poop your pants. I don't know what year it was that Rashad actually played that Pitchfork.
2013.
2013. So I was there because somebody I knew was in a band that was playing there. So when we were leaving, everybody was like, you need to go to this Adidas event that Tech Life is spinning at like an after party that Adidas and like Red Bull and Monster, whatever, just one of these things. In any case, I did not go because I'm a fucking geezer. I went home and went to bed. But
Your Scion broke down, didn't it?
the entirety of that party is on YouTube, and that party has become the #1 Footwork event historically to ever happen.
It's like the line of demarcation.
It's like the Woodstock or all those important events, like when Dylan went electric type
Sure.
shit. Like quite literally, like the comments alone on that shit is like a 19-year-old kid is like, I would do anything to have been at this. You know, I was not born yet or whatever. And literally I was like, should I go to this? I was just for DJs. Let's go home.
Excited.
So major regret. So that was Carless Mood by DJ Diamond. Before that was, I thought it sounds like the vocal chop says we gaggin', but it's be gaggin'. and that was by Traxman, aka Traxman. We were talking about this too, is that the kind of the shift between ghetto house, jukey type stuff, and the footwork is like a lot of the vocal chops in ghetto house is just suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick. Oh. Taking pretty rowdy ass lines, putting them through the Steve Reich come out to show them filter and stacking them. And the thing about the footwork stuff is that they're doing that, but it's just typically not about ass. It's usually about drugs. It's like bars and Zans and Kush and all that shit. So it's a little bit more family friendly, if you would. Like, you can play it around people, and it's not just going to be like, beat that pussy, beat that pussy, beat that pussy, beat that pussy.
Not perfect for the family reunion DJ set.
When's the last time you beat up the pussy, John?
Goodbye.
You know, listening to this song, it just always reminds me of the salad days of beating that pussy up.
Oh.
Kids didn't have these smartphones.
See this picture? Not a smartphone in sight, just pussy being beaten up.
It's in the game.
I watched this short documentary on this South African dance music called Amapiano. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And they're like, yeah, you know, basically the melody is the percussion, and the percussion stuff is sort of, the rhythm is the bass and the bass is the treble. And with footwork, there just doesn't seem to be a rule that can't be broken, rearranged, or reincorporated.
Or what you choose to follow when you're listening to it. Like, okay, I'm going to ride to the kick drum, or I'm going to ride to this chopped Rhodes sample, or the Shaka Khan vocal sample, or whatever the hell it is. You can kind of pick one, and you're always going to kind of wind back up being funky.
And you might follow it for the 3 seconds it's in the song and never returns.
The creativity is just off the chart in a lot of this stuff. There's so much like work and care and detail being put into something that may happen for a bar and not return. Just the, I'm going to keep going back to this word, but the unpredictability of this music is one of its like kind of key features.
They go further. Every year there seems to be sort of a new record high for just like how out there they're willing to get, or just, you know, how bold, how brave. I don't really know how to categorize it.
It's aggressively creative.
It continues to distance itself from anything that's ever happened before.
All of the actual vinyl of this stuff is coming from another country, usually Europe. Planet Mu, the giant electronic music conglomerate, who put out some really serious stuff, some great music, right at the vanguard of some of the stuff. They're one of the best labels for some of the Chicago stuff that literally happened in a tiny apartment on like 75th.
I guess the first Rashad being on Dance Media.
And that's in the 90s, right?
Yeah, 98. I guess you're starting at cruising altitude.
So speaking of Planet Mu, we'll play this 12 by DJ Rock called Without You, which you just told me, John. I thought this was somebody singing the hook. You just told me that this is a complete rearrangement, chop, screw down of a Robin Thicke song.
Yeah, like full phrases. And when I was looking back at this period in footwork, there seems to be a little era where they're, for lack of a better word, remixing the hits.
They still do that shit.
Chingy Holiday Inn being remixed a month after it came out. It's very like contemporaneous remixing. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is from
the same month.
Pretty much same month as the Robin Thicke Lost Without You.
Lost without you, can't help myself. How does it
Chill Mode by Jana Rush. Jenna Rush is pretty interesting. One of the ladies in the whole scene. Her first 12 is on Dance Mania from like 92 or some shit like that. And she's credited as the world's youngest female DJ. And she was like 8 years old or some crazy stuff.
That to me was like more like Moments in Love footwork.
A lot of her music, which is kind of dark and abstract and a little heady, always has its foot firmly in some Chicago ass shit, but it always seems like her music, I call it fleeting, in that it always seems like it's running away from you. All the sounds keep kind of fading in the distance. Almost all of them do. And so you're always kind of like continuing to kind of grasp or walk forward, chasing the sound, which is a totally sick trait to have when you're making music. Jenna Rush is really, really fresh.
I noticed for the first time in that song particularly, the hi-hats, which is such a footwork element, fading and panning.
They're being chased around.
For the sick DMT visuals.
Yeah, no, they're being chased around. Yeah, that one is like, there's like a kind of cool sterility to it too, but ultimately it's like superhuman. It's kind of like people's complaints about Kraftwerk being like, you know, computers have no soul shit, and like that is some of the most soulful, most beautiful stick with you music ever made. So the next thing we'll listen to is by Heavy, Heavee. I would have said heavy, but Mike at Gramaphone was like, it's Heavy. In fact, he put this record into my hand because the cover art would suggest it was like some like 2 DPI like Pokemon thing. And I was like, I don't know what this is. He's like, this is kind of post footwork. It's got a lot of different sounds on it. And indeed it does. And I should mention, you know, what's kind of interesting. It's been long enough that what's fully incorporated into some of these footwork sets now are amen chops. They're back.
No way.
Jungle style amen chops are 100% back.
Oh my God.
Quick sidebar. Do you remember that screenshot I sent you of that text that my father sent me?
Hit me with it.
It came at like 7 o'clock in the morning and it just said, do you know amen break? So he's like up smoking weed, having coffee at 7 a.m. doing the crossword. And he probably had seen some dumb documentary on YouTube.
Your dad's texts were always like endearingly uninformed about something pretty cool.
I will give you the single greatest text from my father on some like, what the fuck? I think I still have the screenshot. Again, crack of dawn. It just said, do you have any Jeff Floyd 45s?
That's impossibly deep.
That's Grail Council level banter. So I actually just called him. I was like, what are you talking about, Jeff Floyd? He's like, I got the records. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I got that. I'm like, you don't own it. I was like, what are you talking about? What is happening here? He's like, he must have heard it on the internet or something. But I was like, how did you know about Jeff Floyd? Like, that is.
But if I recall, he said, yeah, I have it. I have it right here on my phone.
That's what I'm saying. He kept saying, like, I got it. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, I got it. I was like, what? I guess we got to talk about the definition of got it.
Turtles.
That was War by DJ Lucky. Before that was What You Waiting For by Heavy. And the title War, because footwork dancing is essentially a battle-based thing. A lot of these song titles will have kind of militaristic themes like War Zone, Battle Zone. I believe that War Zone or Battle Zone is the name of the Walacam show within the show that featured like really hard footwork battles. General Patton type shit going on.
Stripes.
We've been ignoring a certain elephant in the room in regards to the Dogpatch podcast. We are so lost in this haze of bass and skittering hi-hats and chopped vocals.
And justifiably so.
Should we tell them?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's time. You're adults. Yeah, this is our second to last Dogpatch.
All good things come to an end.
Yeah, man.
We don't hate doing this.
No.
Sometimes you gotta end a thing.
For those not keeping count, this is episode 49 of Dogpatch.
I think that we looked at the stats and there was 1.3 days of content.
1.7.
Not bad.
Closer to 2.
Not bad.
No, we've done a lot. We've talked about a lot of music, and a 50 would just be such a money number to go out on.
I'm a computer tech. I work with computers and do computers. I'm a computer tech.
In that episode, which at this point we have not formalized what we're going to do, I think it might be a let's take a look back type episode. And our dozens of listeners do have questions. Often they're about perhaps the origin of a certain drop.
Pizza.
Or maybe they had a favorite song.
I think episode 50s, episode 100s, these milestone shows tend to be clips shows or a best of. So for the next and final episode of Dogpatch, reach out to us via whatever computer tech you have available to you. And questions, comments, requests, I don't know. Just if there's something you want to know, something you got on your mind, find us, and maybe we'll discuss it on episode 50. That's your homework, class.
Do you want to know where Steak Taco comes from? It could be revealed. So to lighten the mood and to keep it progressive like almost all of the music we've listened to today, we're going to end with DJ Manny, something that came out maybe, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, some digital only shit called Lost Highway. And it's a pretty good view into the current status of this music and just how it's just good. It's just there and it's always pushing forward and it's always going to keep bending you.
So as always, from the DOGG patch, it's John Kirby.
And I'm Dante Carfagna.
We'll see you next time.
Get your cardio up.